In this video, we'll be showing how to achieve a terminal overlay. With this overlay, you'll be able to bring up a terminal at any time without disrupting your workflow. Let's open up iTerm. Let's see here to go to Preferences. We do a Command comma. So if I did Command comma here, it doesn't work. To make sure that terminal is selectable, so I do Command comma. Okay, great. I go to my profiles, not profiles, I'm sorry, keys, and go to Show Hide iTerm2 with a system-wide hotkey. The default hotkey is Option Space, which is fine for me. I want to give that space its own profile, which is the generated hotkey window that iTerm provides for me. I will uncheck Hotkey Window Hides when focus is lost. It's important because of the up-and-coming checks I'll be doing here. In this one, in general, I want to make sure that I hide iTerm2 from the dock and from the Command Tab App Switcher. This also hides the menu bar. So this is important because it does some other features that this doesn't mention. It keeps the app in focus when we change spaces, which is an important thing. Another thing we want to do is make sure that even though it's in focus, we are able to see it above the app. So this one we'll go ahead and check too. Okay, let's go to our profiles real fast. We'll see that the hotkey window profile was made. There's the window. We have transparency. We want that, but we also want to turn off blur. At least I do. It's a personal preference. I want to see the text perfectly and read it perfectly when it's below it. In this case, I also want it to be on the bottom of the screen. That's a personal preference. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this. We'll go ahead and quit iTerm to get its settings in effect. Open up iTerm again. Now we don't see iTerm, do we? Not here, not in my app switcher. So I'll go ahead and see if I can see it via my hotkey, which is Option Space. Now you'll notice it did bring up a window here. This is not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and close this. If I try to make another pane, also not what I wanted, because you see it's also dark here. This could be an issue if I'm in an app, right? For instance, right? So I'm in this app. I'm doing my work, I can't see what's below this, and I might want to see that. So these are certain things I want to change. So I can go to my preferences by doing Command comma. I can lower this so I can see some more things, and also access them as well. As this occludes, I can't reach that text underneath there, so I have to make sure I move it, right? So in this case, the settings I want to change, let's go to Profiles. I want to make this my default. Let's go ahead and do Set as Default. Is now my default. So now when I close this and I create another one, so I do to split plane horizontally, vertically, you notice that it took that default profile instead of going all dark. Another thing that you might have noticed is whenever I quit, so let's say I quit iTerm and I restart it, bring up iTerm, you'll notice, if you want this, yeah. So it opens a window for me, which I don't want, right? That's not going to be very helpful. So if I go to my preferences once more, we can use the startup here and say I don't want you to open any windows. I'll open the window for myself. So again, let's go ahead and quit. Make sure this is also part of iTerm. So I go to iTerm again, open it up. Good. I only have the one terminal window. This is exactly what I wanted. So we'll do that again. And when I change or when I add an additional pane, it keeps that same style. So now I can go to my apps or my workspaces, and I can still access them like normal. I can use iTerm as normal and have these different panes, have different sessions, and all is good.